Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Emily here. Today we're going to be making artist trading cards. Again, I made them about half a year ago. But I think we'll run over the supplies first. Paper, ruler for measurements. They are 2.5 by 3.5. This is just what I used to trace them with. Fine liners and a pencil, scissors, kneaded eraser, of course fine liners, I already said that. I'm doing a voiceover, guys. I'm having a hard time keeping up with it. And of course you're gonna need OCs. Well, you don't need OCs. I'm using OCs because that's what I like to draw. So we cut out the paper. I used a baseball trading card to trace it out, and then I drew my character on it, Lady Mariah. I have the name up top and the story on the bottom, and I made 16 of them. Most of them I already lined. In the video, or right here, I'm going to be lining these 4. First I've got to erase them, of course. The lines. I erase some of the graphite first before lining. This character I'm lining right now is Astrid. Her name used to be Natasha, but I wanted to go with something else. There came a point where I felt like it didn't fit her anymore, so that's why that was changed. Alright, so I think you guys deserve an explanation for why this video is so late in coming out. I filmed it like weeks ago. It is because I've been so absolutely busy, and I do mention that later in the video, I think. Because the beginning half is a voiceover. The rest is from the live shooting. So, yeah, I've been very busy. And in preparation for a fair, upcoming events. Actually, the time of this recording right now, this voiceover, is the first day of the fair. So yeah, kind of early for a fair, honestly. I don't know why they do it in June, or at least my county's fair. I don't know why. But yeah, that's part of the reason, and another reason is because of a graduation I was preparing for one of my siblings. So yeah, very late in getting this video out. So I mean, and then so about in the middle of when I was unable to do any work on YouTube and stuff like that, was when Drawing with Waffles posted that video featuring my art, where she drew my art. And then subscribers started streaming in, and guys, I just want to thank you so much to all of you who are new, and to all of those who have stuck around. And yeah, I was indeed surprised. It's something I did not expect. I sent Rin a letter a year ago, and I mean, I knew she got it probably, but it was such a surprise for me to get her letter and then for her to post the video. It was very special indeed. So yeah, I just want to thank you all for that. I feel like I owed you a video when all that was coming out, but I couldn't do anything about it, and then I can't do community posts, so that was an issue. So these cards up on the screen here are original greeting cards that I painted. I'm going to be selling them at the fair. I thought I'd give them a little screen time showing. It's a set of 8. But yes, I was indeed surprised, excited. So, yeah. Alright, we'll start with Govana. She's got black hair, but we'll start small. And we'll start with, I don't want to do straight. So NG07, and then her outfit is a grayish blue, CG1108. These are all I'm going to use for the skin tone, so these will not be going back in there in the case anytime soon. This is very thin paper, the thin stuff, because I remember I have the thick stuff and the thin stuff, and this is the thin stuff, so we'll see how it works. And if you guys haven't noticed the white background, it's not because I have a new desk, it's because I bought some poster board and stuck it over it to hopefully get light to bounce around more and to keep my desk clean, sort of. I apologize for any jackhammering you hear because one of my brothers is working on something. There we go for the lips. We'll use this one to blend it out. The hair. Already these are getting in my way. A lot of blending here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll do this one, I guess. So you guys, I do believe most of you have seen this character before in my last artist trading card video. She was one of the characters I did. She belongs to the story Beyond the Black Mountains that I was working on with my cousins a couple, 2 or 3 years ago. She was an antagonist. And this time, instead of just doing the antagonist, I decided to also throw in the protagonist of the story, which you'll see him later on in the video. His name is Kendrick. And I do believe I'll do the backgrounds last because, yeah, I'm not doing all different background colors like I did last time. Because last time I ran out of nice colors and ended up using colors that didn't really go, or they were too vibrant, or they distracted from the rest of the piece. So I'm just going to keep it simple and use maybe 2 or 3 background colors for all of them. But that is Govana, and look at that. My goodness, I am glad that I have this here, but I'm gonna need to get a new one soon because this is gonna get very, very dirty. But yes, I might do a little more on her, but I really like the way it turned out this time because last time I feel like the colors were a little more sloppy, and I've definitely improved with my marker coloring. So that's for the thin paper. And as for doing a story on the background, on the back, I might write a little more about the character, but I don't think I'll be able to do a story, because that's just, to write a little about the story would be probably too much, and I don't know, I'm gonna have to cut out a new piece to put on the back of these or something like that. We'll see. I might do that. It's just more work, and in the long run it would raise the price of them because the longer I work on each one, the more expensive each individual one is going to get. Here is Princess Arwen. She's not from the story Beyond the Black Mountains. All of these characters are in the same world except one, but I will get to her later. I meant to do the skin first, so I'm just gonna go. Is that R19? Yes, indeed it was. We'll call that good for her hair. The corselet, I'd want to be a different color of brown than her hair, so I'm glad I was. My sister is singing. Excuse me, I'm gonna. Guys, I don't know how this happens. Look at that. Like my fingers. We're just gonna continue. We'll start with Y12 instead of Y11 like I did with her hair. Hopefully it'll look a little different. I'll use YR5 for some of the highlights. So let's do this. All this beautiful line art. It's gonna disappear. All right. For the bracers, man, look at that. My goodness. Like, you think you don't improve. And then a few months later, when you go and try and draw the exact same thing, it's like, whoa. Whoa, I improved. I feel like I was watching something recently. It wasn't specifically about artists. Maybe it was a Jane Austen movie. Yeah, I can't remember. But it was sometimes sometimes you have to take one step back in order to see the 100 steps you took forward. And I was thinking, about how that applied so well to art. Sometimes you have to take a step back and look at your old art to see how much you've come with the art you're making at present. What color should our quiver be on? I'll probably just do a gray, so that I'm not adding a new color or brown to take away contrast from the two we have going right now, because I really like this brown. It's like one of my favorite browns, probably. You guys. My sister is probably the kindest sister out there. You probably couldn't get a better one, but look at this. And this yellow stuff on top of it. I don't know if you've had it before, but it's popcorn yeast or yellow popcorn yeast or something like that. We get it from Cashwise, but it is so good on popcorn. So flavorful. You know, I can never get enough of this stuff. All right, for her, yeah, quiver and arrows and bow. Yeah, I can never think of the word that I want to use the most. And after this one, guys, I'm gonna go and have a popcorn snack, do a few more of these trading cards, and then I'll come back and finish up the last maybe 2, because I am not going to torture myself with trying to edit that long of a video. Oh my goodness. Green. Time for green. I find it very useful to block out the shapes of the creases in the clothing with the fine lining before I go in and color. Otherwise, it's just guesswork all the way along, and I don't know what I'm doing, and the results are a little less pleasing to myself. So to use hatching and small thin lines where there is shading, or where it shows form, volume, or dimension in the clothing, is very helpful, I find, with that. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with this green. Okay, that's fairly decent. I don't know. I feel like I should do more to, yeah, like add yellow to the highlights. There we go. That's really pulling this together. I thought the highlights looked a little too white, and that's a problem I used to have with my coloring, was that for the highlights, they were just less, they're more transparent there. They're more transparent, and I left them that way instead of adding a more vibrant color. But there is Princess Arwen. I probably will use colored pencils with them when I'm done, but that's that for the most part. One of my siblings is playing piano now, and I'm hungry for popcorn, so I'll come back in a little bit. All right, now we're on Kendrick. If you can't tell, it's a new day. The sun was too bright, so I thought I'd do it today instead. This is the protagonist of Beyond Black Mountains. You saw Govana earlier on. In fact, yesterday I did half of them. 8, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 of them, and I guess I will reveal them all to you when I finish the rest. Yeah. His vest. We're gonna do green. You know, the 120 pack of Ohuhu markers doesn't really come with a large variety of browns. Luckily though, I can layer with different colors to try and get different ones, but it only came with really 2 browns right here, and then of course there's Y11, which I actually use for a dirty blonde. But then there are the skin tone browns, which are potato browns mostly, but I just feel like it's not a lot. I think Kendrick is one of my youngest guy characters. I can't remember how old he was, but I know he's in his mid-teens or something like that. And there's Kendrick. It's Prince Robin. Okay. He's got blonde hair. Now Prince Robin is an elf. Princess Arwen is not. And Prince Robin is the antagonist in Play by Ear. Princess Arwen is the protagonist. No, I never really truly designed him. A lot of these characters I never really designed, mostly the guy ones, because I never drew them. Like, they were characters and OCs of mine, I just never drew them, so I never designed them, you know. Yeah, this one is different. Oh my goodness. It's Sir Asher and Alexa. All right. We have Sir Azure and Alexa once again, one of my favorites. Now I think I'm going to film the rest off camera. The ones that I have left are these. Yeah. Alright. They are laminated. No, I did not find our laminator. I had to borrow my uncle's. But hey, it all worked out. And now I'm going to start cutting them. It has been quite a few days. I searched for the laminator far and wide, deep and high. Hence the late video. But at least they're laminated. So I'll just cut these out now. Alright, I've just finished cutting them. Let me just say, laminating paper is kind of annoying to cut. Picture cutting like thin plastic and stuff. Ugh. We have this one, Thalen. He's an antagonist. Jane Winter. She is a protagonist. Rowan. I don't know how well these are showing up. They might be a little fuzzy. I can probably adjust the camera here. Alright. We have Rowan. Oh, she looks clear. I'm watching my computer while I'm showing these because I gotta make sure they're clear. Sir Ash and Alexa. Zelda. Atara. Princess Arwen. Govana. My cousin and I originally made up this name, and then years later I discovered that it was an actual name. It's kind of interesting. Prince Robin. Kendrick. Asima Stalamark. I think you may remember this one. I designed it for a contest for someone's books, which I found out the other day that I actually won, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah, so she's going to be in their books. Yeah, I'll have their Instagram account linked below so you can go check them out. I actually spoke with the girl, and she's also going to be in my books. It's kind of hard to explain. The books she's writing are kind of like Narnia. They're connected to the real world, and then there's the fantasy world, and my books are the same way. So I spoke with her, and Asima is going to be in my world for some time, but she's from Esther's world. Esther's the name of the girl who is writing the books with her cousins, of course. But Astrid, this is an antagonist. And Mariah, she is the protagonist, kind of. She is, all of the other books are wrapped around her books. So, Alcander, this is a protagonist, or not necessarily protagonist. He's not a main character, and the book isn't from his perspective. So he is a side character, but he is Mariah's mentor, or teacher. We have Ryder. Now, okay, this is odd. Someone pointed out to me the other day that he looked kind of like Flynn Rider from Tangled. I don't know how that happened. I don't watch that movie. But apparently the color scheme is a lot like his. And his name, oh my goodness. You ever feel like none of your ideas are original? He does have another outfit though. This is his more casual one. He is a spy or agent, if you can picture like a fantasy agent. So, and then we have Aincard, who is an antagonist. this guy, if you didn't know, is a protagonist. He is, the books actually, some part of the books, part of Mariah's books, are from his perspective. So, 2 protagonists of the Warriors of the King books. I have the name of the story down here, and the name of the character. The reason they don't have their last names up here is 1, I haven't figured them out yet, and 2, it's a part of the book. That part, figuring out what that is. I don't want to spoil anything, so let me fix the zoom here. So yeah, very shiny. Cannot wait to have these at the fair this June. So yeah, here they all are. I was originally only going to do 9 of them, but I ended up with 16. So that is pretty exciting. And yeah, I actually drew guys. I wasn't feeling like it originally. I think Prince Robin was going to be the only guy. Let me see. Other than Sir Asher, because I always do them together. Anyway, I think, yeah, that's all of them. That is a lot. I'm excited to have these at the fair. I am not selling them at present, not till probably after the fair and then the 4th of July. Yeah, and of course shipping costs wouldn't be a lot because I'd be sending them an envelope like this. So yeah, well, I got other work to do right now, things to get ready and prepare for the fair, and other stuff. Surprisingly, I'm not that stressed about it. But you know, I enjoy this kind of stuff. So anyway guys, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.